Hey everybody, welcome or welcome back. My name is Leah Catherine. This is Leah Sees Movies, and after a very long time, we are back with the next episode of Castlevania. It has been a while since I've recorded, watched anything, but the good news is editing the last episode kind of caught me back up. When we left off, all of our heroes were mostly leveling up. Annette took a trip to the spirit world. She met with her old mentor and was kind of telling her, hey, you're just as powerful. Your magic is just as powerful. You need to rely on your ancestors. If you listen to them, they will help you. Richter, yeah, that is his name. I don't know why. I just was for a second terrified I got that wrong. It's been a long time. That's why probably. Richter met with his grandfather, found a little bit more about his personal history, or at least his grandfather's history, Just, why he split ways with his daughter, why he quit being a proper Belmont hunting vampires for the good of the community. And basically he just met a really sad old man and was like, you know what, this is unfortunate. I don't really like this whole attitude you have, and I would not like to partake in it. And then they were attacked, but thankfully it was after his come to Jesus moment, so he leveled up. We had a ridiculous MHA level final battle against all of our vampire antagonists. His eyes were glowing. It was full Gojo mode. It was crazy. That animation was crazy at the end. At the beginning, it was a little cheap, but I see where it went, so it was fine. And our vampire messiah, her plan was revealed, and she wants to kill the sun, which is so funny. And also, I was right. And it's been like 2 months, and I'm still smug about that. I love being right. It makes me so happy. It's really what keeps me going, I'm gonna be honest. The days where I don't want to record, I think about the fact that I was right. And then I'm here in front of the camera. It's great. Also, Maria had like a kind of a head-to-head moment with her dad, and I couldn't really figure out what she was more mad about, the necromancy or him being her dad and not like checking in on her and taking her to like Little League, which he's a priest, so he can't, but her priorities seemed skewed. Also, and I just want to give a little shout out for my main man, Edward, because I did call him Beastly Spotify, but you know what? No matter where he is, no matter where he goes, he will start Slave Revolution, and we love that for him. Yeah, it's been so long. I feel like I'm just like ready to get back into the world of it, so I'm going to stop talking. Let's get started.
Skies will break into obsidian black.
Obsidian.
My glory will cover the earth.
Okay, they're doing the thing again where the background characters look real cheap, so I know something crazy is coming.
It's the Messiah's own time. Now she has the blood of Sekhmet in her veins. All will see.
Okay, see, here she's explicitly saying the blood of Sekhmet in my veins, versus last episode where she was like, my sister in the moon, as though she was Sekhmet. And I was a little unsure what her sense of herself was, but seems like she still knows who she is.
Dance.
I do like that we know they're definitely drinking blood, but it's out of a glass, you know? It's a classy affair. You know what? You can't say she didn't love her miserly old vampire husband. She is carrying that man's head around. Oh,
Look at you.
poor girl. Why does she look like flattered? Like, she doesn't even look scared. She was like, oh my god, you think I look good?
I know how you can secure the abbot's loyalty forever.
A daughter. How delicious.
We can't have a vampire that wants to eat men. I just feel like women get a poor show out of it. All we have is Olrox. At least he likes to eat the rich, so again, my favorite, but
You'll have to speak to me sooner or later.
okay. But yeah, no, I'm kind of mystified by that girl because she looked terrified and she's clearly being used as a blood bag, but she like didn't look upset to be dancing around with Elizabeth.
But if I would have told you, everything would have changed. People would have found out. You would have been the whore's daughter. I knew if he and I kept it secret, we would keep you safe.
I mean, yeah, you shouldn't tell other people, but you definitely could have told her. Then again, she's 16. I don't know at what age you tell your daughter, like, surprise, your dad is a priest, so don't tell anyone at school.
Dad says that he stayed with us. Had been a father, he wouldn't have betrayed himself like this.
So if I had forced him to be a father, maybe he wouldn't be raising the dead and creating night creatures and working with vampires. Like, I don't know if fatherhood would have cured that. There's several other issues that led him to where he is. Now, girl, why are you walking in the dark? Ooh, and she got a gun sword. Wasn't it daytime like 7 seconds ago? Where did the sun go? Like, it was fully, I guess it was sunset, but. Ooh, very nice. Maria's power is super cool, but it does make me feel bad that it's just like her power is summoning other creatures to fight for her. She's basically a Pokemon trainer. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Remember my prediction about how all moms have to die? Oh. Or not? Moment of victory, we're saving a mother. I still don't feel like the mom's gonna make it out of the season, but this is a very nice. I still kind of hate the headband. It's just, I can't unsee Karate Kid, but that was nice. It was very, very nice.
You can do magic now.
Yes. It happened when I met my grandfather.
Oh.
This is a bad moment for Tara. It's just, okay, so I have been lying about some stuff, and you're all finding out about that stuff, like, now. At this point, if she has any other secrets, this is the time, because if any third person walks in, they're like, so guess what, Tara? You never told me. I'm obsessed with it.
Behold, the one before whom evil trembles, devourer of light, taker of souls, vampire lioness, she who mauls, the
Oh my gosh.
You're meant to bow.
She's having a title off with Daenerys. That's crazy.
God should know where all her dragons are.
Hmm?
Your voyage to Europe has not been in vain.
So, was Elizabeth always 9 feet tall? Or did she get taller when she drank Sekhmet?
They will not only extinguish their descent.
Let's start an empire.
Exactly.
But you want to accomplish this through an alliance with a man who will never worship you?
I'm a goddess.
Ooh.
Of course.
Bow, I said.
And he said, I'll give you my head. At best. And I'm very happy they're finally giving me, I was like, I want to see what her powers are.
You will be her guide into America.
And you will deliver it to me. Your messiah.
And he's like,
I told you to bow.
Don't, is he gonna do it? Is he gonna, oh, he's doing it. I'm disappointed. I'm pretty sure, yeah, oh, look at his face. Oh no, yeah. Forcing him to bow means he's never ever gonna be on your side. At least if he was like, okay, common interest, I'll work with you, chill. But forcing him to bow?
Annette!
It's improper knife technique, by the way. The guiding finger.
Oh, you're back, are you?
Oh, shit.
I have not gone deep into the current Castlevania fandom. I'm assuming there's people shipping these two, and I'm assuming there's people absolutely losing their shit about it. Because...
Look, about everything. I just want to apologize personally to you and swear I'll...
I knew you'd be back. I was more concerned than I wanted to be.
Oh? The muscles, huh?
Jesus.
There's so few of us left.
Not her blushing. Girl, stand up.
Stand up!
You know how hard you have to blush for it to show through that skin tone?
Oh. How did that happen?
A bunch of vampires tracked me, hunted me down. I was helpless. Like I was a child again. When I had nothing to hold on to and everything was gone, I remembered the things that make me who I am. The hopes, the pain, and the shit. The love in this house.
Her cheeks are still pink, by the way.
It's about the kind of person I want to be. A Belmont.
She's like, he's got magic now, he's got purpose, he's got drive. Nothing hotter.
We are afraid. It's not always bad. It just means we have something to lose.
Girl! I mean, I knew we were coming here, but this is like 0 to 60. Like, I thought we were gonna slow burn this a little bit.
We're concerned you still have limitations on the number you can make.
Also, they keep their human souls, so that seems wrong.
Make any plans. Her Magnificence needs to know she can trust you.
Okay.
He's a man of God.
I am a god.
Well, you said a god, not the god, so you could allow for other deities. I mean, Ra, your sister the moon, so like you accept the existence of other gods. So you don't. Feels like you should be more understanding.
Tomorrow the Vampire Messiah will come to the house of your god to seal the alliance.
In blood.
A sacrifice.
Someone you love. Your daughter, perhaps?
A daughter. The abbot has no...
He's a man of God. Yeah, he's a necromancer, but he's a man of the Lord. There's no way he's out there doing sex stuff. Mind you, Senor Man of God has been banging a vampire, so I don't know why he's shocked and appalled that the pastor is. Or whatever his title is, I immediately forgot. It's like everyone in this show is such a wild hypocrite. It's like, I don't even know how, no one has a leg to stand on.
We attack from both inside and outside at the same time. We will separate them out by attacking at daybreak. The vampires will be at the chateau. Only night creatures will be at the abbey. We will have the advantage of sunlight and distance.
What will happen to my father?
Do we care? Like
He's made his choice.
we know why Mom cares, right? She loved him at one point, but besides being the other half of your chromosomes, what has the pastor done for you?
He has a machine.
Oh. Oh god, I have to go back to episode 3, 4, whatever it was that I said, where I was like, I feel like Ulrox is gonna help them and he's gonna have to team up with his worst enemy. Ulrox.
Annette, the road. Maria, take the garden. I'll take the back.
I feel like if you want to work with our team, you got to go with anyone else. Like, you should have isolated like Annette, who has no strong opinions of you. She would have been like, oh no, a vampire, but she'd hear you out. Gotta re-traumatize Trevor for this conversation. Trevor. Richter, I'm sorry, I'm trying.
I'm ready for you now.
He's like, too bad, I'm not trying to fight.
Don't make me have to fight you.
Why won't you face me?
I'm not here to fight.
Make sure you destroy the machine.
You do it.
Right now, I can't be seen to be doing anything. Besides, there is a need for a human hand in the business of forge mastery.
You expect me to trust my mother's killer?
You've no choice but to trust me.
There is always a choice.
And the choice is you have to trust him. See, like, Maria's running up, but what are you gonna do? Endanger some magical animals? I don't like that.
Just read the fucking book.
Oof.
This is some sort of a guide for the machine. If I can decode it, maybe I can find out how to destroy the machine.
Just blow it up?
See here? It's written in Enochian.
Interesting. Enochian is called the language of the angels and supernatural, which is obviously what I'm now gonna compulsively reference. I wonder what the original Enochian is, if it's just like an old-timey language, so then different fantasy theories are like, yeah, it is what we need it to be. We don't really know what it says. Heaven, hell, magic, necromancy. Is it Christian hell? Is it an Egyptian hell? Because apparently we have Egyptian gods here, counterbalancing the Christian god which I still am very stuck on how that works and why Christian iconography is effective against vampires if they are worshiping an Egyptian god, but they haven't gotten to that part of my questions. She'd love Oppenheimer. Eyes Wide Shut, 1994. Ooh.
Hear the voice of my supplications when I cry unto thee, and hide not thy face from thy servant.
Do I have to kill my daughter? I know I'm very strong and important, and I know that you need me, so like I will if I have to. But that would be so unfortunate.
Perpetual desolations, they have defiled the dwelling place of thy name.
They have defiled the dwelling place of thy name? What did you do, sir? The audacity.
I'm here to warn you. There's going to be an attack. You need to get out of here.
There's gonna be an attack on you too, girl.
I am safe in the house of God.
House of God. This place is just a heap of bricks and stone.
The church is more than that, child.
You can tell it's been a few hundred years because you forgot about the dude from that first town in Castlevania who got eaten inside the church.
Thieves spreading intolerance and hypocrisy. Happy to live on the backs of the poor in their extravagant buildings rather than take on injustice.
But without God, there's no justice of any
There's-
kind.
No matter how complicated you make it, evil is still evil.
But also, without God, there's no justice. Only if you're like, if I do not fear eternal punishment, I'm gonna be a terrible person. That's the only way that works. You could just be nice, even if you don't believe in hell. It's actually not that hard.
Maybe you can be my father.
Why? She's 16.
Sweet, sweet Mary.
Sometimes you have to remember that they're kids, cause
Your sacrifice here will send your soul to heaven.
he straight up came to save him, and he's just gonna Abraham and Isaac your ass up that mountain, but no one's gonna tell him to stop. Alright, so Olrock's already switched sides, and now Mizrak finally is gonna be like, oh, this dude's like bad. He's a bad dude.
The machine cannot be destroyed. Even though we can't destroy the machine.
There is an eyeball on
This
that.
book will enable me to create a portal. And then we just need you in it to use your powers to push the machine through it.
I forgot about the next time. I will remember next time. Everyone has like a drawstring shirt. I want to match.
The abbot has Maria. He's going to sacrifice her to Elizabeth.
Also, I can't tell if this is a spoiler or not. I feel like I saw something that made me think that Alucard is coming back. Because again, it's several weeks between watching it. But I can't remember if he actually does. Like, I can't remember if it was a spoiler or a thing or just something new. I don't know. So now I'm just like kind of remembering this random tweet. Like, is this mean Alucard's coming back? Is he going to swoop in to save the day?
Behold, the devourer of light.
Okay, she's causing an eclipse that is not killing the essence of the sun, which is what I want to see. I want to kill the sunfish, okay? Also, I want to know more about like her power set. Like, how is she doing this? Uh-oh. That sound. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. If y'all thought I was obsessed with her character design, yes. God, absolutely. I don't know how, man, but I'm going strong. Girl, you better start calling your ancestors. sing, dance, do a little chant, prayer, compa, I don't know, something. So apparently she just did that. Like there was no additional steps required. Oh, this is the end of the episode? I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Okay. So Maria was kind of dumb. Okay, it is what it is. Suddenly she really wanted to save her dad. It's like, okay, the idea of a father, delightful. If you have a loving one, amazing. But like you grew up without one. You thought he was dead. You hated this guy beforehand. And I don't know if if I hate a guy and then I found out he's my dad, I don't know if I'd be like, maybe he's cool now. Like, I guess the idea that my mom loved him at one point might be like a compelling idea that he doesn't suck as bad as I think he does. But even if you like didn't dislike him on a completely valid moral level of like, hey, he's the head of this church who's like shitting on the revolution and encouraging the rich to maintain their monopoly and use the peasantry, like, cool. Those are all extremely valid reasons on just like an ideological level in which you did not like this dude. And then you found out he's a necromancer. And then you found out he is actively assisting the rise of the vampires just because he is so afraid that we may turn over the natural order, the caste system in which France is currently living, where he benefits from like literally everything and has no oversight. And then you were like, okay, but he's my father. But daddy, I love him. But I love him, daddy? I don't know. It doesn't work that way. But girl, what? Girl, what? I don't know. That seems silly to me. I don't know. I don't get it. I really want to watch the next episode. I don't even really want to do this. I want to watch the next episode right now. I need to, because it's the finale. I also really need to know if Alucard comes back. I need to know what, again, I've gone back and forth this entire season of like, based off what the vibe is, are we gonna have a big win or are we going to end on an everything is lost moment, right? Going into the episode or going into the finale, we're definitely an everything is lost. What's her face? Elizabeth has successfully blotted out the sun. It is eternal night. The vampires are loose in the daytime to kill and destroy. Bad, obviously. What I'm still stuck on is, A, what exactly does she need the night creatures for? I mean, granted, Dracula also had night creatures just because like they were like, hey, there's so many humans, we couldn't all 1v1 them or 1v100 all of them. So I get that. But in Dracula's time, they had the issue of the sun. But now you don't. So if you have 24 hours a day to get to crack-a-lackin', I don't know where that word came from. I don't think I've said crack-a-lackin' in my life. I don't know. All I've had is pretzels today. I think maybe I'm hungry. But anyway, you have 24 hours a day as a super powerful vampire to start killing humans. I feel like you can do it. I don't know if you need night creatures, let alone poorly made ones made by a human abbot who kind of sucks. And like, because unlike with Hector and Isaac, I keep them around because like Dracula, Hector, Isaac, we're all on the same side. We're on the same team. We all love each other. Like, especially in Isaac's case, Isaac would do anything for Dracula. That is a human you keep around. They don't trust the abbot. He doesn't trust them. He's annoying. Like, not purely just like talking to him conversationally level, he's annoying. I don't want to be around him. What do they need the night creatures for? I don't think I'm convinced. And because I don't really know the extent of Elizabeth's power, I'm still like, if she's that powerful, what do we need him for? And also, how did she do that? How did she make an eclipse just happen? I feel like with Dracula, obviously a lot of the explanations were just magic. But most of his stuff was very much like, hey, I'm making a giant portal to hell. I'm just gonna send over an army's worth of night creatures to decimate the humans. Obviously the teleporting castle, but there was still some kind of limitations to it. We had the those mirrors that you could use as both a way to see other places and teleport to other places, whereas this was just like, she has this magic black orb and then she caused an eclipse. And when she was holding the black orb against Aurochs and they're like, kneel, I was like, okay, can she use it like offensively? Is it like, I almost thought it was gonna be like a mini sun kind of thing, but I mean, it's not a mini sun. It's very much the opposite of that, but I don't get how it works. And that's very hard for me with magic because then I don't know the scale of things and I want to know what we're doing here. I just realized I didn't finish my point from earlier. Jesus Christ. what I was trying to say earlier, that I did not ever complete that thought of, I couldn't tell if this was going to be an all is lost moment or a victory, right? If we're going into it as an all is lost moment, which is what we are, it could just keep getting worse, right? We could spend the entire next 26 minutes of the finale just getting worse. Someone dies, it's gonna be the mom. The vampires are loose, we haven't figured out how to save the son, but Alucard shows up, right? Like, that could be it. Everything's terrible, but Alucard's awake, yay! Or there is a victory, which is that they break into the Abbey, they free all the night creatures who are now being led by Edouard, who has his human memory again, and also we're regaining the humanity of those night creatures. So maybe, you know, they're in a kind of shitty body situation, but we're now kind of getting this army, right? On the good guy side, but not that big of an army, because as they keep repeating, the abbot hasn't made that many night creatures. So maybe the victory is just going to be destroying the machine, getting rid of the possibility of new night creatures, but it's like the smallest, like that for me is like, if we get into the finale and our big victory is that we get rid of the night creature machine, we haven't done anything. Because the night creatures have not been the biggest issue here. They aren't really terrorizing the humans because that's not really what they're being made for right now. We haven't even really seen that many peasants, everyday people, unlike in the original series, because we're so focused on getting both our heroes and our bad guys getting screen time. So it's not like with the original Castlevania where you were going through town, and you're like, oh my god, these people are dying. Here it's very theoretical, right? Like, if the bad guys win, they're gonna go kill a bunch of people, but we're not seeing them, living with them, and existing with them in that same way. So like, you're not like, oh, victory, we got rid of the night creatures, like it was at the beginning of Castlevania 101. Like, it's not the same, or Series 1, it's not quite the same thing. So I don't know, I feel like if we're just like, oh, we got rid of the night creature machine, it's like, okay, well, we still have a vampire who can cause eclipses, so that's not good. Drolta's hair is on fire, she can fly, and like, everyone kinda can fly, but she has wings, which is just, whoa. And like, there's a lot at stake. The only win so far is that Aurochs is a double agent. We don't know how to use him. We don't have an agreement with him. We can only trust in what he decides to tell us. But that's like the only win we have right now. And I just don't think destroying the machine is enough, which is why I think they could bring Alucard back, because that is our win. Everything is terrible, and the only thing they could feasibly do in the next episode isn't enough. It's nowhere near enough. They need much bigger guns, okay? So Aurochs as a somewhat double agent, and surprise, Alucard's here. That's a win that brings us into season 2. Or no wins, right? We can always go the no win route. Everything sucks. Son's gone. Edouard's gone. In fact, he gets killed somehow. The mom gets killed. So we just really triple down, and all we really get left with is, yeah, but Richter can do magic now. That's so convoluted. I realize I'm just like going in like 8 different directions. But I'm very curious how this finale is gonna play out, and I really don't have time to watch the next one because I have to edit this one. But I don't really want to wait, so I think I'm going to anyway, and then I'm not gonna get enough sleep, and I'm gonna regret this immediately, but I think I'm gonna do it anyway. Is there anything else I really want to talk about though? I think Mizrak is a dummy. I wish him well, and he's very attractive, but my gosh. We love someone who stands by their word and believes in their values and their oaths, but when everyone around you is not living that life, I don't get... Are you dumb? Like, I can't believe it took him watching... It's like, hey, to seal your vow with the evil vampire queen, we're gonna kill your daughter. And he's like, daughter? And then sees him going to kill his daughter, and he's like, he's a good man. He's not. Even, you were doing pillow talk with a whole ass vampire, and that vampire was like, he sucks, you know that, right? Like, you know this is a terrible dude. And also everyone like him is terrible, and also my people were killed by men just like him. And he was just like, God. I mean, I guess when you make your thing your entire life, it's really hard to see away from that thing, but whoosh, whoosh. There's a lot of silly billies in this show, okay? They're not bright, but they're learning. They were naive, and now they're facing reality. The vampires are free. Also very interesting, I think I kind of like the day walking idea better. How long can she maintain the eclipse? This is why we go back to like, I don't understand her powers, so I don't know what the scale is here. Is she just doing this as like a little test run? Like, hey guys, just so you know I'm legit, just so you know I'm worth worshiping. We're gonna do a little eclipse day, 12 hours, have fun, and then, but I do need to be stronger before I can do this forever and ever, amen, right? I don't know. I don't feel like I got a good grasp of the stakes here. I mean, besides like the world being taken over by vampires, but I mean the good grasp of, is this a test run or is this the thing? Because I feel like it's very early for this to be the thing, like for this to be the, hi, I'm blotting out the sun and taking over the world, and at the penultimate episode of season 1, when I know there's another season coming, that seems early. That seems early. Even killing Dracula took 2 seasons, and then we tried to bring him back. So, all right, I'm gonna end this one here because I'm going to, against my own advisement, to just go straight into the next episode and stay up way too late. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, comment, etc. All of those things that make me very, very happy. If you honestly are still watching this, there's like 6 of you. Thank you. I know that this wasn't a big thing. I know I started with a lot of superhero shows and then I took a massive break and there was a whole thing, but that just means if you actually are watching all the way to the end of this and you're not my mother, I really, really, really appreciate you. So yeah, thank you again, and I'll catch you next time. Peace!